Get up, sir! Get up! Get up! Get up, Sir Duncan! Get up, sir! Get up!
Get up.
Most people don't lose because they're weak. They lose because they decide quietly that getting back up is no longer required. Here's the truth, simple enough to sound obvious and heavy enough to be missed. The moment that decides your future isn't the hit that knocks you down. It's the second where you decide whether the ground gets the final word. It sounds easy. It isn't. Most people think getting back up is just about strength, willpower, discipline, some internal fire you either have or you don't. And that belief makes sense because that's how we're taught to read stories. Heroes stand taller, fight harder, overpower the obstacle. It feels clean, it feels fair, but something important is missing from that picture. Something quieter, something closer to the truth. In A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, there's a moment where Sir Duncan the Tall is face down in the mud, beaten, blinded, disoriented, the world reduced to noise and pain. And what brings him back isn't a surge of power. It's a voice saying two words: get up.
Get up! Get up, sir!
He's dead! It's over!
Get up, sir! Get up! Get up! Get up, Sir Duncan! Get up, sir! Get up!
Get up.
A memory from his mentor layered over the present call of his squire. And in that overlap, you see the mechanism clearly. Progress doesn't come from force. It comes from orientation, from remembering who you are when the fog makes you forget. And if you want to see this pattern in real life, psychologists call it post-traumatic growth. Not just bouncing back, but bouncing forward. Research from Baylor University tracked people after adversity and found that those who meaningfully reframed their struggles, literally telling themselves "this builds me," ended up with more purpose and emotional strength than those who just tried to stay positive. In other words, life doesn't reward survival, life rewards meaning making. The same way Dunk didn't just stand up, he stood up with purpose. You see this pattern everywhere once you notice it. In athletes who don't win because they're the strongest, but because they recover fastest. In businesses that survive, not because they never fail, but because they refuse to treat failure as identity. in people whose lives look ordinary from the outside, but who quietly kept standing up when no one was clapping. Civilizations don't collapse from one disaster, they collapse when they stop responding. Relationships don't end from one argument, they end when repair stops being attempted. The pattern is simple enough to repeat. Resilience isn't dramatic, it's procedural. Close your eyes for a second. Think of the moment that still haunts you, the rejection, the loss, the moment you walked away feeling smaller than you were before. Now imagine a voice, not motivational, not loud, but familiar, steady, saying two words, get up. That shift from fall to response, that's where life actually begins. Take a second to like the video and subscribe. It helps keep this channel alive. Some people twist the idea. They turn the get back up into self-punishment, into ignoring pain, into pretending damage doesn't count. And that's not wisdom, that's denial dressed as strength. Dunk doesn't get up because he's unhurt. He gets up because he accepts the cost and moves anyway. And there's a difference between endurance and blindness. One builds you, the other breaks you slowly. Getting back up doesn't mean rushing, forcing, or proving anything to anyone. It means choosing engagement over surrender, even if that engagement looks small, slow, or quiet. That distinction matters. This isn't about being fearless, and it's not about grinding through life like pain is a badge of honor. It's about continuity. It's about refusing to let a single moment define the entire story. About understanding that identity isn't what happens to you. It's what you return to, again and again, even when returning feels unimpressive. Surface advice tells you to be strong. Wisdom reminds you to be present. And presence is what makes standing up possible in the first place. Dunk becomes a true knight, not when he wins, but when he rises, muddy, unsure, still hurting. Because knighthood was never about armor or birthright. It was about answering the call to continue. Life works the same way. Like the video, comment if this resonated, subscribe if you want more moments like this. This is Martainn, sharing knowledge and wisdom.